Ah, hi. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. It has been so terribly long. Um, yeah. Hi all. I've been having some OBS problems. I can't rebuild OBS by source because something's broken, which means my overlays are broken. So I'm sorry about that. Um, Also, hi. Sorry, I've been away for a while. Parents was visiting, so I couldn't really do anything for 2 weeks. Um, so you know how it is. I am also, uh, yeah, excuse me, very tired. Um, so it's probably going to be a shorter stream today. Um, yeah, sorry, I'm zoning out. So the plan is to work on squishy stuff. Yay! Um, oh, for those of you who are not aware, Tyson 10, who did the Krita mascot, who also did the Squishy mascot, uh, 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 updated the, updated Sachi's art. So we've got some new updated Sachi art, for Squishy, which is great. So they cleaned her up, updated Sachi, it's good. And then we also have 2 new bits for Sachi, so more lore behind the mascot as well. So yeah, that's exciting. She's the cutest mascot for any SCSI related project. Yeah, okay. Are my levels okay? I am clipping a little bit into the red. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the plan is to port the squishy test stuff over to the new Tori test framework. Yeah. So these should all still be fine, so they're inheriting from the Tori test case. But what I want to do is update these so... excuse me. They are now using the proper test suite stuff. So that's all fine there. That should be fine. So this one is now a Tori test case dot sync domain. What domain is this? This was the sync domain. Okay. Tori test case dot sync domain. Enable sync. And then this one is for test case sync domain. Domain is USB. And then these actually need to be moved into here. So Flash is moved into here. Boop -de bop. Typo, and then we call reorganize these. Yes! That is correct. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right. This one goes yoink into here. And paste that in, and then if that needs to be indented another bit. Boop. Ozen is very good and cool, and yes. What was this one? Flash. I'm just fixing up some test cases. So, okay, so these are just test cases for Squishy. This is the USB stuff. Oh, hi! Welcome, welcome. So Squishy is a toolkit for interacting with SCSI devices. It's a combination of a hardware platform and a software platform. Hardware platform and a software platform. The hardware platform has a full-speed USB ULPI PHY, and the FPGA talks directly to that, so that the USB implementation, there's no microcontroller, it's all in the FPGA. So we're doing a direct implementation of USB on the FPGA, including DFU, which allows you to read and write to the flash, as well as communicate with the host and the client, and then it also talks to the SCSI PHY, which is a custom-built piece of circuitry. No microcontroller, no softcore, it's all done in Gateware. And these tests are basically testing that the Flash controller works, the SPI Flash controller works. These test cases are actually technically broken because there's some weirdness going on where the tests are non-determinate, which is not ideal, but, you know, you make do, right? Test SPI. I believe this is in the synchronous domain. Domain are we in? I think we're in the sync domain by default. Domain sync by default, yeah, okay. So this is story test case that uh why is this not? I'm actually leveraging a project that was Luna, but we forked Luna into Sol, but it's a complete Gateware implementation, and it's written in... So Luna was originally written in NMyGen, which then changed its name to Amaranth, and then we forked off Amaranth into Tori, and we forked off Luna into Sol because there were some changes that we needed to make that were unlikely to get upstreamed. So we just forked off the projects. But the vast majority of the work was done by Kate Temkin. But there have been some minor fixes we've done. What domain was this in again? I'm dumb and I forgot. USB, okay. But it all fits. It fits very comfortably in a Ice40 HX8K. So what I can do is I can go cache Squishy build. Da-da-da-da-da. And then what I will do is modify this. So we'll run this again real quick. Yeah. PNR takes forever. Okay, I just hydrated. Yeah. I will stretch. Stretch. Also, hi Realty. Alright. Yeah. Okay, now that we have the PNR'd, what we will do is next PNR, Ice 40, GUI. PNR HX8K BG121. Hey, hi! So this is currently what the bootloader takes up on the FPGA. So we're using almost half the fabric. Yeah. So this is the bootloader and DFU core that handle updating the firmware. And it's all in gate where there's no SoC here. So this is all, it all handles it. You can kind of tell where the UOPI PHY is. And then the flash is over here, and we've got clock stuff and other signals around the periphery. I'm using the open source toolchain, so this isn't a lattice tool. This is using Next PNR, which is the open source place and route from the Ice Storm toolchain. Yeah. So yeah. So that's kind of what's going on there. Quirks. Oh, right, I will have to inventory.plus. Yeah, it's gotten a lot better. Yeah, I'm not sure of any software that does exact visualizations like that. Xilinx has a tool, but it's not quite. Emily Crab, yes, it's all self-taught. Entirely self-taught, so I am not very good at it. Oh, the config. Yeah, you a fan of that comment? case. I am mediocre at best. And yes, FPGA stuff is fun. I have way too many FPGA boards. Yes, I know you're not happy. Yeah. I'm unsure. I have a Glasgow, but it's a pre-production run. There's a whole story behind that. But they're actually they're nice to they're nice to work with. Yeah, I'd like the Xilinx FPGAs just due to how chonky they are, but the main issue I have with them is the open tooling absolutely blows chunks. The BGA is actually really easy if you have a reflow oven. BGA is a lot easier than people think. Whoa, Vivado be a pun. Don't even. I have fought Vivado way too many times. Oh, yeah. The Vivado the 2022.2.1 update, it's like fucking a bazillion gigabytes. Yeah, stencil in a toaster oven. That's how I do my BGA. Yeah, 124 gig. Well, how big is? DU Tech HL. Let's see how big it is. Oh no, you see where my Vivado is installed. Spooky. That's just gonna go. That's gonna take a minute. Actually, I want to do that. Let's see if the tests work. Vivad's your auto. Viv is your auto. Ado? Oh, right. It's not. Grumpy. Ah, right. 12.6. I guess I will downgrade that for now. Yeah, no, this is my own fuck up. Because, yeah. Because I'm dumb. Okay, my Vivado install is 93 gigabytes. That is... Well, okay, so that's just my Vivado install, and that's just one version of it. I have 2 versions of Vivado, 2 versions of Vitus, the entire database, installers for 6 other versions, offline installers for 3. I am pretty sure my entire Xilinx FPGA directory is like almost a terabyte. Our test case has no attribute simulation. Oh, right. Yeah, Xilinx parts are nice. They're also ungodly expensive. I'm going to have to hack up the test code real quick to make sure it's working. Session install session dot what is it? Git plus https:// so I have 2 options here. I either hack around and get a actually, what I can likely do is run this outside of the VM. This is going great. Why is this? Cannot implement SimTest. Tori test. You're not supposed to be implementing SimTest. Where are you importing that from? Tori test import Tori test case SimTest. Tori test case. Gateway test. There you are. Alright, let's try that again. Fancy Git information. What? Oh, that, yeah. What test is that in? Domain sync was not specified. It's in the Windows tests. Right, because I think that was USB? Was that USB? Sim test. I think that just attached to the default. Yeah, pats. Hi, Ember! I am being, confoozled by tests. Ran 6 tests, 3 errors. That's progress. This is also likely USB. Oh, hi, Azura! Hi, hi! Two errors. It's actually not that bad. I'm just stupid. Ah, right. SPI interface test, test flash, test SPI. That is because the mock platforms aren't set up. How goes the programming? It goes confusingly. Goes very confusingly. Right, because I want to set the platform to... I don't remember if I want to set the platform to an instance of the mock platform. Or... Yeah. Set up, self-dot platform. Okay, so I do want an instance of the mock platform. What I'm going to just do then is in these. And then I want from test.mock import mock platform. Mock platform. Like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then theoretically all 6 tests will pass. We have just a fantastic test suite. Oh, still got 2. Non-type object. That's not right. Non-type object has no attribute request. Oh, that should definitely be passing the, oh. Right. Because these are just raw platforms. They're not doing that. I don't know what I'm doing. If that wasn't a bit obvious. Platform, and then the SPI stuff. I want... mock platform. Set up the mock platform. Now maybe it'll pass? You would be surprised the number of programmers who think they know what they're doing. I don't trust them. Anyone any programmer who says they know what they're doing, I do not trust implicitly. Alright, so this test has been failing, the SPI flash test. The code does work. So this code does in fact work. It just, the tests are non-deterministic, which is not good. Okay, but that was progress. We did migrate the test benches. Yeah, non-deterministic gateway tests are non-ideal. I need to eventually go in and formally verify everything. But writing formal methods is a huge pain in the ass, and I want to get the formal interfaces for Tori set up better. Oh, hi, Expired Popsicle! Thank you for the 4-month sub! Yeah, okay, so, yeah, causing chaos is acceptable. You know exactly what you're doing. Hi, Kiri. How are you doing? I'm sleepy. Right. So the ne. Stage all that. Unstage that. Aww. Thick Kiri. Tests. Migrated all tests. We to the new Hori way of... I did not want another Zish terminal. Go away. Yes, that's fine. Close this repository. Close repository. Push that chain. That's gonna fail. Revert that change. Discard changes. We're going to take a quick detour. Boop over here. Changing this to 13.0. Yada yada. Boop. When was the last release of Soul? I don't actually remember. Two. We are actually about due for a point release. I will take care of that today. Okay. Oh my god! Excuse me. I am so incredibly sleepy. Okay. Big nyan. Oh, I am so very incredibly tired of OpenSea Faces tracking. It is not good. I also need to pester Luna. Aw, pat. Also, hi Nicodian! Thank you for the pats. And the pats. Okay. The hardware... Could do some hardware stuff. This still needs some love and attention. I am sleepy. Well, to be fair, I'm always sleepy. What was the to-do? I had a to-do list. Oh, apparently I was going to write something down here, but I forgot. Let's see here. For booting a new bootloader. Support for bus arbitration. That should be fine. I don't really want to do any PCB routing. I am too sleepy. Excuse me. Especially as it involves routing this mess into this mess. Ooh, I hope the Borger was good. And then I have to hook up the supervisor, and then... Ugh. Huge pain in the ass. Especially as this, I have to route the full ULPI PHY, as well as the USB Excuse me. I also need to cut the LEDs in half, space them out so there's better for light pipes. I need to double check the spacing on the test pads. There's also, oops. There's also a bunch of stuff that needs to go on with the SCSI. Oh, there's a lot to do with the hardware. Yeah! I've been putting it on a lot of my boards. Give it a second. KeyCAD's slow. Eventually. KeyCAD will eventually... There it goes. Yeah. It looks good in real life, too. I have pictures of a board with another version of this. But yeah, this board needs a tremendous amount of work still. And I just don't have the spoons lately for any hardware stuff, but I really do need to get back into it. It also needs the power supply, rejiggered, that's not a word. Rejiggered. Oh my god, I'm just too sleepy. Okay. Squishy, squishy, squishy. What do we need to work on with squishy? The gateware stuff still needs a bunch of work. The SCSI gateware. I'm also restructuring how this in general works, so... Yeah, magic sand is very distracting. Okay. So, in general, the layout of Squishy is you write applet code, so... Excuse me. Oh, thank you for the pats. It's not helping my sleepy, though. So the general idea with Squishy is you write an applet, like, let's say I have this, it doesn't do much, but it's, an applet for, like, SCSI bus analyzing. So you implement that here, and then you can get access to the SCSI bus as well as... Oh my god! Ugh. You get access to the SCSI PHY, the USB PHY, debating if we are going to have a proper RAM buffer. But the point is this applet code here. Actually, I think I have some documentation that explains it better. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Ah! Okay, also, sorry for the blinding. I know it's bright. But this diagram kind of shows what I'm talking about. So, you have the host machine over here, which is your computer with the squishy software on it. And that's the CLI, of maybe eventually a GUI, the software interface. And then you have the squishy applet, which is a combination of software and gateware. So the software runs on the host machine, and the gateware is the hardware definition that talks to the USB PHY and the SCSI PHY, and your applet gateware is the custom bridge between those. So you can have the gateware... could it go up? Could it bigger? Is that better? You can also find this online. This is also available online. But yeah, so the idea is the applet is custom gateware that can implement things like a logic analyzer for a SCSI bus, or really anything you want to do with the SCSI bus. So you can like do device emulation or initiator emulation. You can have it be a passive bus sniffer. You can have it emulate multiple devices. You can have it act as just a generic USB attached to SCSI pass-through device. So the whole idea is you write custom applets. It's kind of like Glasgow in that sense. You write custom applets, except instead of being a general like Swiss Army knife for digital logic, it's explicitly for SCSI, right? So this architecture is slightly borrowed from Glasgow, but there's some very strong liberties taken because the way Glasgow does it is not entirely ideal for what I'm doing. Also, the Glasgow architecture is just kind of garbage in general. Not throwing shade or anything, but it's just not very good. Yeah. So that's kind of what Squishy is aiming for. So the Squishy applet, this orange block, is code you write, basically. Excuse me. And that represents here. So what this needs general rework. Because currently we're just hooking everything up and then not really doing anything. But we do set up the PLL, we set up the USB PHY, we set up the SCSI PHY, and then the applet is thrown into that. So what we need to do is we need to have the applet hook up with the USB and SCSI PHY. And I don't want to do that necessarily through a wishbone connection. I want the applet to be able to have full control over the USB PHY and the SCSI PHY signals and wigglies, right? So, if that makes any sense. I'm not entirely sure that does make sense because I am absolutely just toasted. I need a Blauhai. I need more Blauhai to hook. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm also not entirely happy with how this init stuff works. Yeah, Blauhai. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at my desk currently. There's one on top of my server rack. There's one on my wife's desk. There's one on top of the bookshelf. I need more. I only have 10. I need more. That's not a lot. Well, it sounds like you need more. Always more Blauhai. Always. I can show off the Squishy CLI stuff. So, oh, my IME kicked in there. So Squishy is fairly straightforward. It's mainly operated via the CLI, so we can do tech B if we want verbose, and then we can say, oh, I want to do an applet. And then you have all of these options for configuring generation. So it tells you, okay, these are the applets available. You can specify the platform if you want to build the applet for a specific platform other than the default. Currently, there's only one platform. You can specify some build options, like specifying the build directory, but currently it's set to like the cache directory. You can skip programming the device, so it will only program if there's a Squishy attached. Yes, the Squishy subsystem. And then there's a bunch of gateway routing options and USB options, and there's some SCSI options, so you can set a custom SCSI device ID. You can tell it if it's an arbitrating SCSI device. You can say if it's a device rather than an initiator. I'm going to probably get rid of this option and this option and have them be controllable based on the applet or based on the applet basically. So the applet would be able to set those settings. So then if I go like Squishy applet analyzer help, then the applet for the analyzer would be able to have sub options. But in general, the the build options. So if I just want to build only, we can then build the analyzer applet. So what this is doing is this is taking all of the gateware fragments, assembling them into a final squishy gateware blob. It's then running that through Yosis for synthesis. It's then running that through NextPNR for place and route. And then what it will do is it will cache the built bit stream. Right? So, okay, we cache the bit stream. We tell the new bit stream name, etc. And then now we can use DFU util to upload it into the appropriate slot. What we can also do is view the bitstream cache. So currently I have 4 bit streams in the cache, etc, etc. So our total cache size is only 30 megabytes. We can do list cache items, and that will show us all of the cached items. So we currently have, what, 2 bit streams and a bunch of the build temporary files. In theory, if we build it again, it should hit the cache, but there's currently a bug with the USB gateware synthesis, which is causing non-deterministic HDL generation, which causes every single build to skip the cache, even if you don't change anything. I need to figure that out. I am unsure why that's happening, but in this case, the cache is currently being bypassed implicitly by undefined behavior inside of one of the gateware components, causing problems, as it were. But yeah, and also it's pretty. So squishy is very pretty when it's running, and I'm putting a large amount of work into making it fairly user-friendly. As well as user-friendly as a tool like this can be. I'm not happy, but I'm adding Windows support, and that's been a huge pain in the ass. You will not believe how much of a pain in the ass it is to support Windows users. At least when it comes to software, right? Windows is just a whole pain in the ass. And then it's told users to expect certain things like click on an icon and, you know, one-click installers and stuff like that, which arguably in some cases are good, but... Windows out of 20, yeah. In any case, so... the next few steps that need to be sorted for Squishy are that the USB and SCSI gateware modules need to be passed into applet. I am unsure of when, where, or how to do that, because currently we're receiving a fully constructed applet. What I could do is change the applet action to, rather than instantiating, so we're instantiating a gateware here, but we're currently also instantiating the applet somewhere up here. Platform. Or are we instantiating the applet in here? I don't actually remember where we're instantiating the applet. Oh, right. Init applet does the applet initialization and instantiation because if you need to have any arguments for the applet that affect its generation, that has to be done here. So we're getting an already initialized analyzer elaboratable, which is just an applet elaboratable, which is just a subclass of elaboratable. What we then do is a bunch of magic. And then we pass that into the main squishy gateway wrapper with the appropriate configurations. Oh, thank you. This project's been going on for like 2 years. It's been really slow going. Yeah, so we pass in the applet elaboratable, and then we get a squishy generalized gateware elaboratable out of that. So what we need to do is figure out a way for the applet to request request the USB, or we need to have a method inside the applet elaboratable where we can say, okay, we're now set up in the submodules. here is the USB and SCSI files as elaboratables that you can interact with publicly. Yeah. I'm unsure how to go about that, honestly. Because there's either... You'd have to call a method on applet that sets those up, or inject them into applet somehow. It's a complicated problem. I'm not entirely sure how to actually solve that. Also, thank you for the pats. Pats. Anyway, enough about me rambling. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I think it's time for me to finish this water and get a monster. I need the caffeine. Sleepy and gay? Yeah, same. Can't stop thinking about girls, you know? Big sleep? Yeah. Seems like we've got the sleepy crew in today. Pray tell is a WARC file. Is that like a bastardized WOD? I'd go to do a tea party with you, Mary. Ah, web. So it is a bastardized WOD. Just for the web. Sleepiest chat around, yeah. But I'm glad it's comfy and cozy. A potion of speed. Oh, sorry, that was my neck. I wish energy drinks made me awake and wiggly. I'm just my ADHD is so bad and unmedicated. It's not even funny. It's honestly kind of sad. Oh, WireGuard. WireGuard is... I've not played with WireGuard too much. The last time I played with it was... a year ago? Also, I am grumpy today. This morning at like 3 a.m. when I woke up, I found out that Linux 6.2.8 had a backport from Linux 6.3, which broke ZFS because they changed the GPL visibility of some of the kernel handles, and it won't build, so I had to downgrade my kernel, and I'm grumpy. I agree, Reality. What we need is like the protein drinks or like Soylent, but that's full of caffeine. Right? I don't run Gen 2, I run Arch. It's only a problem if you use ZFS like I do for my pool. I'm technically running 6.2.6, but I upgraded my on-disk kernel and my DKMS wouldn't build, so I had to downgrade my on-disk kernel. It's a whole... I don't like ButterFS. I like ZFS. ZFS is comfy. Like... No, you probably can't see that. Yeah. Like, like a moderate amount of space. Oh! Yawn. Okay. Yeah, this is just on my desktop. Yeah, it's on my desktop. It's great too. I've got, does anyone want to guess how many, Fiber Channel SCSI LTO4 tape drives are attached to my system right now? Anyone want to guess? So it's 6, but there's the auto rewind and stuff. But yeah, I've got 6 LTS4 drives over Fiber Channel attached to my system right now. It's great. That's gay. Yes, it's very gay. Yeah, I've got a Fiber Channel, the tape row bit that's just chilling in a server rack over on the other side of the room. Gotta use it for backups. I could probably log in, actually. 16.50 was it? I don't actually remember the, Yeah, whoop. Tape library. It's a very secure password. I know. It's a happy little tape library. What did I want? Library map. It's a very slow library. It's running on a like single core power PC embedded microcontroller. It's running a full version of Linux. It is not the fastest drive in the world. But yeah, it's a happy little library. It's got a little robot. It's got the expansion bay. Got a bunch of IO slots. Yeah. Pretty cozy. Righto. I might wrap up here because I am very sleepy, and I've been going for an hour. I will try to stream next week, but no promises, mainly because I have got to go job hunting and apply for a bunch of jobs because yay being fun employed. But yeah, so we got a bit done here. I think I am going to. We gotta find someone to raid now. Who we gonna raid? Tech Tangents is going. We could raid them. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh my god, excuse me. I couldn't mute in time. But yeah, let's go raid Tech Tangents. We'll cause problems. But thank you all for joining. It was fun. And hopefully yeah, hopefully I'll see you all around. And yeah, let's click that button. Have a good one. Bye.